Good morning. It's 5:45, day 10. I got my water filtered. I do have 2 liters to get me to my water cache today. No big deal. That should be fine. There's some sort of animal outside, and I haven't seen it yet, but I can hear it crashing around, and it's big. I think it's probably a deer. I heard some snorting. I didn't know that deer did that, but several nights ago I got snorted at by a deer, so they do that. All right. So I figured out what the animal was that was crashing around. It's an elk. One singular elk. I didn't get a picture of him. I just saw him. I heard him, I looked up, and he kind of crashed off into the trees, but I'll be watching because I've been hearing it all night. So this must be his area or hers. Pretty cool. All right, it is close to 7 and I'm finally getting out of here. I did hear that elk again. He's close, just not too close. I did find another tick on me last night, just crawling on me, but of course it reignited my tick PTSD. And all jokes aside, they freaked me out. And of course I had to inspect everything. I think it came off of my backpack. And I do think next time I will use permethrin on my tent, my backpack, and my pants. At least just those 3. I only have 34 miles left of this trail to do. So that's amazing. I'm so close to the end. 3 days left. 10 today, 10 tomorrow, 14 that last day. And that's Friday. I didn't think I was going to be done until Tuesday. So I've definitely sped things up. And then my husband got me a hotel room on Friday night in Rapid City. So with a hot tub, I'm very excited about that. Let's go. So that elk is in front of me. I can see his tracks. Hopefully I can find him. So I was hiking along, trying to be quiet. I do try. My backpack's loud though, it's squeaky. Every step is like... So I do my best, but... So I was hiking along, being quiet, and I saw a feather on the ground. And also it was right next to a totally dead old ponderosa. So I looked up, and I saw a huge bird, and I didn't know what it was, but as I looked a little bit closer, it was a turkey vulture, and there was 2 of them, and they flew off. They saw me looking at them, and it startled them, and they flew off. But just super cool to notice the feather, and then the tree, and then look up and see the vultures. I've thought that I've seen just really big crows, or ravens soaring around on the wind. But now that I saw those vultures' faces and know for sure that's what they were, and then saw them fly, I think those other birds were vultures too, because they would have been a big corvid if that's what they were. Yeah, cool. Just so I don't forget, my favorite parts of this trail have been Custer State Park, not in any order here, but Custer State Park. I really did like the Wind Cave area, and The area after French Creek Horse Camp was beautiful. That was probably my favorite, all through there. And then this area here after Dalton Lake, between Dalton Lake and, well, I don't know how long it goes, but is absolutely gorgeous. So far, those are my favorite parts of the trail. Not really sure the significance of this pot hooked to the tree, but it caught my attention, and I see there's a little trail, so I'm gonna go down it and see what it is. I didn't see anything on the map for this spot, but that is a cool rock right there. Oh gosh, it looks like it keeps going. Oh, there's some ropes down there. Boy, it's steep. I'm gonna crawl down there. I'm just not gonna hold the phone while I do it because I think I might drop it. It's really steep. It's gonna suck to hike back out of there. Okay, so there is a really cool view here, but whoo, it was a scramble. I would have had to slide on my butt if I didn't have my trekking poles, and the ground's wet. But I'm gonna show you the view. It's obscured by the trees, so it'll be hard to see through the camera, but it's really steep in here. It's a cliff down in there, but you just can't see it. But here, let me show you. You can go down. There's handholds. I am not going down there, but there's a trail going. That's not my jam, but somebody put ropes because it's so steep, just horse ropes. I don't know why I climbed down here. I mean, it's a cool spot. I'm sure it's something cool down there if you're willing to take that climb. And thinking it through, I maybe shouldn't have even come down here. It was a pretty bad decision because of the wet ground. So I'm gonna definitely put the phone down and climb safely. Most important question to ask oneself here. Why would you climb down that with your stupid pack on? Why would you do that? That is a horrible idea. So I found another trail that went up just a little ways instead of drop down. Here is that view. I have been pretty much soaking wet from the knee down and the shoulder down all day from the rain. There's a lot of poison ivy through here, and I'm quite certain that I'm gonna have a rash tonight. Again, thankful for those Tech-Nu wipes that somebody recommended. About a little under 2 miles, a mile and 3/4 of a mile to my water cache. And I'm gonna set up there for a little while, set my hammock up, take my shoes and socks off and let the skin on my feet dry out and eat some lunch and really take a nice long break there, because those next few miles of the afternoon are gonna be the tough ones with the water. So boy, it's been really pretty through here. It's the Elk Creek drainage right in here, and Elk Creek is empty, but holy smokes. That gal, Shan, who put the water report together, said it's either a torrent or empty. And it's empty right now, but I can see how it could be a torrent. It's the biggest creek bed I've seen out here, I think. Like a real rocky mountainous creek bed. I'm gonna cross it pretty soon here, I think. Yeah, can you imagine crossing that with that rope? That could be up to your waist. Just intense, I bet. I'm kind of glad I don't have to do that water crossing, but I'd rather do that than carry the heavy water. I made it to the Elk Creek trailhead. Oh, Lord, I'm so tired. So happy though. My water is here, and I left this here when I came down, and it's a little worse for wear, but I'm gonna eat it anyway, just to have some fresh fruit. Well, this is my stopping point for a while. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna find a tree, hang my hammock up, eat lunch, dry my feet out, take a load off. The fact that this apple is still good, half of it, like almost perfectly in a line, half of it was wrinkly on the outside. Still had some crunch to it, but half an apple. It's been sitting out here since last Sunday. So 10 days. Yum. So I did get poison ivy on my butt just today. Made it all this time without squatting down in any poison ivy, and then today was the day. It was really hard to avoid today. I did think I was being careful, but I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, we're off again. Out of Elk Creek. 4 liters of water in my pack. Does not feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. I very much so dislike carrying this much weight. And part of my butt cheek is numb. Not the same part that the poison ivy touched. Just like my hip. It kind of like has that numb tingling feeling. So that's fun. But these are the final miles. So nobody said it was going to be easy at the end. I'm up on the ridge again, and will be for the next 2 miles. This one's not as heavily forested as the one yesterday. It looks like it's gonna open up, but I'm hearing thunder in the background, so I do think that it's building. We may get some rain soon. Well, that's a little strange. Not quite sure what that's here for. A little bench for a little rest. I guess. Very interesting. I literally could not have gotten into my tent. I just crawled in here and it is hailing. Look at this. I knew I was pushing my luck, keeping on going, but I just couldn't find a spot. And I found this one. It felt a little bit exposed, but there's enough tree cover and no widowmakers. So. The sun is shining and it's pouring rain. I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather be right now. That's not true. A hot tub sounds very nice. The end is in sight though. So close. In the midst of another storm. It's kind of crazy out there. It's 7:30 at night. I've been in my tent for hours because it's been raining and storming and hailing and thundering and lightning, and it's finally starting to move off. And the radar looks clear coming in, so a little reprieve. But I gave myself a pedicure. I braided my hair because I found a hair tie on the trail a couple of days ago. I'm pretty sure it was Ashley's because she had piggy braids in her hair when I met up with her. I had a cup of coffee. I ate dinner. I ate all the snacks that I could get rid of to lighten the weight of my pack tomorrow. I'm gonna filter some water, but I really have to go to the bathroom. So I'm hoping this rain just stops so I can get out and go to the bathroom. I just don't want to get my jammy clothes wet. So I talked to my husband on the phone for a little while. That was really nice. I talked to my friend on the phone for a little while. I text some of my other friends, and yeah, doing good. It's kind of boring being stuck in the tent, but I have a way of keeping myself busy. I came out of my tent finally to use the bathroom, and it's just beautiful out here. A mist is surrounding me and there's a rainbow. Not sure if you can see the rainbow in the video, but very pretty.